So when I was in middle school, I dated this girl that was like psychotic, and I truly believe that this is what caused me to have all sorts of fucked up trust issues. Let's dive in. I thought we could use some like fun, lighthearted stuff, so we're going for it. So I was in 8th grade. I'll never forget this. It literally traumatized me, you guys. I'm not kidding. Like, ask friends that I have still from Colorado. It screwed me up. So, anyway, 8th grade, dating a girl, because I didn't really know what gay was. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, boys are pretty, but like, whatever, everyone's dating girls, so I gotta go date a girl. So I found this girl that was like pretty enough, popular enough. I was like, bam, cool. We're gonna be lovers now. Kidding. You know what I mean. We're gonna date. And like right off the fucking bat, bro, it was weird. There were weird inconsistencies that I did not fuck with. For example, I would be like walking to lunch to my table with my friends and see her, and she was like eating a hamburger, right? Eating a hamburger. Keep that in mind. Later, after lunch, we would reconvene, as middle school relationships do, maybe give each other a hug. And I'd be like, what'd you have for lunch? And she'd be like, a salad. And I was like, well, that's weird. But she was like, no, I had a salad. Like, really weird things were going on. But who was I to question it? Like, maybe I saw something weird. No, I fucking knew shit was going down. So as we get more serious, we learn more and more serious. We learn more about each other. And she told me that her big after-school activity, we lived in Colorado, was ski team. I was like, oh, so you ski every day after school? Yeah. I don't know why I wasn't using my critical thinking skills that we learned in kindergarten. The mountains are like 2 hours away from where we live. This is very unfeasible. But ski team was her sport of choice. And she told me she could do a front flip off like 30-foot jumps, like crazy shit. And I was like, that's so fucking hot. That's awesome, bro. She had this one shirt that she would wear all the time. It was like covered in paint. It was butt fucking ugly too. And she'd be like, this is my ski team shirt. And I was like, that's so cool, babe. But keep this in mind, because as things got more serious, winter came around. And like we would go skiing a lot because we lived in Colorado. Again, another very provable wrong fact. And I was like, babe, like Tyler's bringing a friend. Like, I would love you to come skiing with us. We're like kids in 8th grade. So my dad's driving us and he's like, hey, you can bring your girlfriend. And she's like, yes. She wanted to go. This is crazy. I was like, guys, she might ski circles around us. Like, she's really good. She's on ski team. Okay, well, we get to the mountain, and, like, our first run we do as a warm-up is a green. And she immediately falls on her fucking ass. She's horrible. Like, I've never seen a worse skier in my life. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's weird. She's like, it's just these rental skis. Like, mine were in the shop. And I was like, okay, I guess. Yeah, sure. But I'm sure it'll be better once we get on the regular mountain. So she's just, like, eating shit all the way down this tiny green hill as we, like, do it for our first run. It's like, this seems odd, but for someone who's on ski team, like, I feel like you should know how to ski on, like, any skis, but whatever, I'm not going to question it. Let's go up on a double black diamond, you know, really get into it. She told me moguls were her thing, right? This is what she loved to ski, so I was like, let's go down this run. Why she's still committed to this bit is fucking insane to me. Well, fast forward an hour, we made it about 20 feet down the mountain. We almost had to get her airlifted out. Like, she was sitting there bawling her eyes out. I was talking to my dad about this the other day because he was there probably like, this poor fucking kid is being lied to. The whole thing was a fucking nightmare. Huge, horrible date. But I was like, no. Honestly, like, I don't know what went down, but I'm not going to question it. Okay, well, fast forward. I've met her younger sister who's in elementary school, and she always said, oh, I hate my little sister. Like, she's crazy. She's delusional. Don't believe anything she says. This little sister would always be like, Parker, that girl's lying to you about everything. And I was like, you're crazy. Like, honestly, like, I was a dumb motherfucker, you guys. This girlfriend of mine told me that her family was divorced. This comes into play later. Not family. Her parents were divorced, and they had a really messy split, and they could never be around each other. So she was on the choir, because do you call it the choir team? Things were just really not adding up, but I was like, you know what, we gotta hit another date, so I'm gonna go watch her perform in choir. And she was like, yeah, my family will pick you up. And I was like, family? That's weird. Like, I thought your parents were divorced. Well, her parents pick me up together. They're in the same car. And I was like, this seems really weird, but I'm not gonna question it because, like, I'm just a little kid. Like, what do I know? Well, she goes and, like, shitty ass singer, by the way, performs, and I sit next to her family the whole time, and I just start asking questions, asking about the skiing, asking about all of this stuff, asking her parents if they're divorced. Everything was a fucking lie. Everything. You guys, she was compulsively lying about every single thing that came out of her mouth for like whatever extended period of time we were together. I started bawling my eyes out. It was the saddest thing. And then I had to sit in the car ride with her and her family while they drove me home. Needless to say, I dumped her ass. I was like, fuck you, bro. It was so bad. And I think ever since then, I truly had a hard time trusting somebody because I was like, why would you just pathologically lie about something things that don't matter? It was crazy.